It started with a dream. After years of saving, Michael finally built the backyard pool he had always wanted. For him, it wasn't just about swimming. It was about creating memories with his kids and hosting family gatherings. The sparkling water became the centerpiece of summer fun. But his joy didn't last long. Just weeks after completion, a letter arrived from the HOA. They claimed his pool violated aesthetic standards and demanded its removal within 30 days. What was once a symbol of happiness suddenly became the start of a battle that would divide the neighborhood. The HOA didn't stop with letters. They started sending daily warnings, threatening Michael with steep fines if the pool wasn't filled in. Neighbors whispered that the board president, a notorious control freak, simply didn't like the idea of anyone having something better than her own backyard. Michael considered fighting them legally, but the costs were overwhelming. The board seemed confident he would fold under pressure, just like others had before him. But instead of backing down, he quietly started planning. If they wanted his pool gone, then fine. He would replace it with something they could never forget. One night, staring at the HOA's latest fine notice, Michael realized fighting them head-on was pointless. But creating something bigger, something they couldn't control, was the perfect revenge. He began sketching plans. If a pool violated aesthetic standards, then why not build something technically outside their rules? He researched zoning codes, loopholes, and property rights late into the night. Weeks of frustration turned into a bold vision, transforming his backyard into a private water park. The thought of it made him smile. The HOA wanted to tear down his dream, but soon the entire neighborhood would see it reborn. The day the pool was drained, the HOA celebrated their small victory. But Michael was already 2 steps ahead. Instead of sulking, he brought in contractors, trucks, and supplies. Neighbors watched curiously as the backyard transformed, expecting him to simply cover the pool with dirt. But as concrete walls rose higher and steel beams took shape, whispers spread. This wasn't just a repair, it was something massive. Slides, platforms, and landscaping hinted at something far more elaborate than a simple swimming pool. The HOA president grew uneasy, realizing too late that Michael wasn't backing down at all. After weeks of construction, the truth could no longer be hidden. Michael unveiled his creation, a full-scale backyard water park. Towering slides twisted above the fence line, fountains sprayed into the air, and a lazy river circled where the old pool had been. The neighborhood kids screamed with excitement, begging for turns, while parents looked on in disbelief. Even local news crews showed up after word spread online. The HOA rushed to issue violation notices, but Michael calmly pointed to the bylaws. Nowhere did they mention private recreational structures like his. He had found the perfect loophole. The HOA scrambled to shut Michael down, but every letter they sent came back useless. His water park wasn't technically a pool, and the bylaws couldn't touch it. The more they fought, the more the story spread, drawing attention from outside the community. Soon, Michael's backyard became a local landmark. Families visited, neighbors softened, and the HOA realized their authority had limits. The board president, once so confident, avoided eye contact whenever she passed his home. Michael hadn't just won a personal battle, he had exposed the HOA's arrogance. And in the end, he turned their petty fight into his greatest victory.